back to Asgard in City Skylines, here with me, Addict. How you guys going? Hope you're well. Thank you for your patience in waiting for this episode here, which is going to be a day late, simply because I have had a busy week. I was helping my future father-in-law move out this week, and yeah, so it's been a little bit of a busy one. You know, nothing too bad or anything, but just enough to keep me busy. Yeah, we helped him move out yesterday and it ended up taking all day, and then last night I was just super duper tired. So I just went to bed kind of early, put on City Planner Plays, and yeah, had an early night. But so in the last episode we started working on this new farm called Autumn Farmland, and we currently are doing quite well. We're producing a bunch of flower and animal products. We need to produce a couple more resources until the next level, and we also need a bunch more workers. Right now we've got 418 out of a possible 420, but in order to get the farm up to the next level, we actually need to have 550 workers. So we're going to start off working on that a little bit here today. So if we just take a look here in our farming industry area, you can see that we've got the ability to just put down more farm fields and animal fields at this point, so that's probably what we're going to focus on for now. We just want to put in some more things in order to increase the worker, I can't think of the word, I'm mental blanking. How many workers we can fit in our farm, essentially. Capacity, that's the word I was looking for. Worker capacity. Wow, why was that such a struggle for me to think of that word? Who knows? Even though I did get an early night last night, it was actually not one that involved a heck of a lot of sleep, simply because one of the dogs is very used to sleeping in a room with people, and we have been trying to convince him to start sleeping without people in the room. So it's been a little bit of a training exercise, and he's not super keen on the idea. So yeah, he gets a little stressed at night and makes a lot of noise. So yeah, didn't get as much sleep as I necessarily would have liked last night, but that's okay. Oh gosh, okay, so this is actually on quite the slope. It's okay, we can have some slopey crop fields. I'm alright with that. But yeah, so we're just gonna pop in an extra couple of big old crop fields out here if we can. No, we can't because we're out of money again. Oh my gosh, money has been a serious bottleneck for me so far in this series, as you guys would have seen. That's okay though, we can keep on working and we'll just put it on triple speed, and I'm sure we'll get a bunch of money here soon enough. Right, so I would also like to put in another animal field. Where are my animal fields? Oh, that's it right there. Okay. So we've actually still only got small animal pastures. Oh, okay. I thought we might have bigger ones than that by now. That's fine. All right. So let's just extend this here road out a little further, and then we will put one that goes... Oh, is Anarchy not on? Anarchy's not on. Who plays with Anarchy not on these days? Heathens. And the layout of the farm is kind of bothering me a little bit, I have to be honest, because this is like right in the center and I don't necessarily love that. I would prefer it to be more on the side, but it looks like it doesn't want to let me do it without using Move It mod hacks. So I'm just actually going to shiftify those along to like there. And then I would like to get maybe another crop field in beside that one. So let's see if we can fit another one of these in. We most certainly can. Excellent. And then we're just going to Move It mod to get that one sort of more where I wanted. Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to put a road probably along behind those ones. Yeah, sure, I'll just put it in there, and then I'll just jimmy rig it to where I want it to be, and then we'll come in and we'll detail around that in a minute. But first of all, I just want to see if we can afford to put another animal pasture or two in here, which we can. Fantastic. So I'm going to get another animal pasture or two. Fantastic. We're going to have sheep. And then what we'll also do is we'll put in a barn if we can. We can't afford it right now. That's okay. We're going to put a barn in between there. Oh, and we need some more water by the looks. That is fine. We can take care of that for our little sheepies. Don't want them to go thirsty. Okay. And then can we afford our barn yet? Not quite. How much does this cost? It costs 15,000. Okay, that's fine. Let's come in then. Let's do a little bit of detailing as I promised that we would. So let's just come in here and grab, I don't want info views on right now. Also, those sheep are obnoxiously loud. My goodness. Just gonna line this with a couple of trees and we will sort of vary up the kinds of trees that we've got in here. But hopefully the trees will help mask some of that noise, which will be good. And then we will get ourselves a lovely, oh, we can get the barn in, fantastic. Oh, it's not gonna be centered. Oh, that's so annoying. That's all right, let's just keep that on empty so it doesn't keep too much stock in it. I'm just gonna see if I can just center that there because that's what I want, perfect. And then let us get the farm fence and just do a little bit of fencing along here as well. I'm just gonna turn off all snapping. Oh my gosh, those animals are loud. We might actually butt it right up against the crop fields actually. I think that'll look quite nice. Also, I went through before recording this episode and downloaded a couple more kind of eye candy mods. I went ahead and I had a look at what City Planner Plays uses in his series because his series always just looks so good to me. Like the textures look sharp and everything just looks fantastic and crisp and detailed. So I've gone through and I've tried to get a bunch of his assets and resources and I think it does look better. So hopefully it looks better for you guys as well. That is what I was going for anyway. Okay, I have no idea where the actual edge of this like crop field is. That is clipping really badly. Can we just sort of move that out to there? Fantastic. And then I'm not sure yet what we're gonna do with this area here, but I'm just gonna leave it blank for now in case we want more kind of like farm buildings and stuff in there. And then in the center here, we might just pop in a couple more of these lovely, lovely trees. Not that one because it's tiny. There we go. Okay, now how are we going in terms of our potential here? So we've only got a potential of 512 workers, so we still need more. And you can see we are actually importing a little bit of crop right now. So that is not something I want. And that tells me that we need to put in more crop fields in order to keep this all, you know, self-producing and fantastic, which is what we like. So I'm just gonna snap to angle. I'm just gonna continue this road up along through here, and then we will do a little bit more detailing around that farm field. And I wouldn't mind having another one. Maybe if we pop another one in. Oh no, that's not right at all, is it? Okay, well we'll pop it in and then we'll move it, mod it into the right position, because that's not at all where I wanted that to be. Okay, let's just try to, there we go. So then the idea is it just looks like one big old crop field. We'll just pop those off, and then again we're just gonna come through, do a little bit of detailing, try to make this look slightly less harsh against the landscape. And I do really like coming in and detailing my areas, particularly when I am running low on money. I find that it's a really good thing that you can do while you wait for the city to kind of generate a little bit more funds for you. I always think that is a good thing to do. So let's just come in, put in some more trees. And a lot of farms in real life do actually have a lot of trees kind of bordering the fields, which is why I kind of like this. I'm just gonna slow this down just slightly. I had it on triple speed in order to generate all of the cash monies, but we don't necessarily need it on triple speed right now. So, okay. Let's just continue on. There we go. Perfect. I hear an ambulance for some reason. Someone needed an ambulance out here at the farm. Hopefully they're okay. Farm injuries can be quite awful, so hopefully they're all right. I think the worst farm injury that my dad ever got was the day he came home and he'd been out chopping wood. And he was trying to like hook the trailer onto the back of the ute. Oh no, that's not what I wanted at all. And he kind of got his thumb. Oh, no. That's not the worst injury he ever had. Okay, so this was a bad injury. But yeah, so he got his thumb kind of jammed in between the tow bar on the ute and then and the trailer, so he ripped his thumbnail clean off. That was pretty nasty. But probably the worst injury he ever got from the farm, oh my gosh, look, we have a serious trash situation here. I've not been paying attention. Probably the worst injury he ever got from the farm was the day he was out riding on the back of the ute with a roll of barbed wire heading out to put up a new fence. And he fell off the back of the ute right on top of the barbed wire. So it kind of like scratched all of his arm up and he had to go to hospital and have all these stitches and stuff. And it was pretty bad. So yeah, that wasn't great for him. Poor dad. But I think that's the worst farm injury he ever got. So that's all right. Okay, so how are we going now? All right, so we're not importing anymore. And we've got a potential of 556 workers. Fantastic. So we're now just going to leave this farm doing its thing. Leveling up, getting more people working over there. And in order to get more people working over there, it's very possible that we have to get more people living in our town. So I want to kind of come up this way along the river today and just extend our town along this direction. So we can kind of have some more riverfront living out here and a nice new suburban area. So let me just go ahead, lay out some roads. Okay. And then the actual farm is probably going to fill up this whole area. But yeah, now we've got a nice little area sort of down here where we can potentially put in some more housing, residential zones. So let's just maybe put a little road coming in here. And then I'm just going to use more of my sort of flat, plain little road to zone in a little bit more residential. Of course, being careful not to zone on the roundabout. And actually with this roundabout we could definitely use a little bit of landscaping in here, so maybe let's just have a go at detailing this a little bit. Oh, somebody dead. Nice. You always want there to be some nice landscaping inside the roundabouts. Makes people happy. Okay, so we need to just continue our piping around underneath the roads where they belong. And then we'll come down here and along here. And probably just hook that back into there. That's close enough to being under the road that I'm happy with that. Okay, cool. So we've got a little bit more housing in. Let us keep going. And before I forget as well, I do also just want to continue our lovely sort of bike and pedestrian path up along the river. I'm someone in real life who enjoys a little, well, not enjoys, but I try to go jogging fairly often. And I do think that this path coming down along here would be a really nice opportunity for a lovely jog, for sure. But I just want to make sure as well that I've got a couple connections through to the main road so people can access. It's always a good idea. And then let's have another sort of main road coming in down through here. Switch back to our sort of plain road. That can come up across through there. There we go. And I think this would be a really, really nice place to live, just personally. I would definitely be interested in buying a house in this area in real life. Okay, so that's dealt with a little bit of our residential demand, which is good. How is our farm going? climbing slowly but surely. So we're going to be unlocking level 4 very shortly, which is great, very exciting. And then we will see about sort of filling up this a little bit more, getting everything in a little bit tighter. And I actually think I might just move these two things over so they're more like in there. That's nice. And then let's also just grab a couple more trees to go along there. Fantastic. I like how that looks. Yep. And then, yeah, we'll probably put some more animals in around here. Oh dear. One of the sheepies got left behind. Sheep! Sheep, go back into your pen, sheep. There we go, straight through the fence, because that happens. And then let's just see, we still have a fair bit of industrial demand, so I wouldn't mind extending our little industry area out here just a little bit more. And another thing I really do need to do as well is just go through and upgrade all of our roads so they're the correct road, but not yet. Okay, so it also looks like this road here is a fairly major way in and out of this kind of area. So I'm going to upgrade that road to the dual lane, which should help with traffic. And then along here, let's just put in that one as a normal road. Let's put in some industry roads along here. That looks good, happy with that, beautiful. And going out to the dump. Okay, and then over here we do have a nice little kind of commercial center. We've got a nice park here, and then we've got some more opportunity for zoning commercial. Whoops, I did not mean to do that whole thing. Let's just pause for a sec. I was just thinking I might put another park in on the other side of the road, so it kind of works as one park all together. And I think that looks quite nice. It's like this is like a park corridor kind of in the middle of the town here. That should be very lovely. Okay. Right, so then we've also got this whole area in here where we can think about laying out a bit of a suburb. Now, because I've got this section here of angled road, I'm thinking of sort of varying up the angle of our grid just slightly. So if we kind of come off on here at a 90, I want to make sure the 90-degree angle is, yes, coming off of that section there. So let's just kind of put a road in there. It might just be nice, just for the look of the city, if we kind of just angle this, yeah, in a slightly different direction. Maybe going back to about there. Yeah, and then we could have a road coming up from here, which kind of goes in a straight line to meet up with that. And that might look quite nice, I think. I think. And then we've got this road that's coming through along here, which to me would make sense if that kind of met these roads in a bit of a roundabout situation. So what I might do is just take that back a little. And let's just have that go forwards just a little more. And I just want to get a nice little curve in there. Fantastic. And then I want you to hook up there, and then I want you to come out like that and kind of go there. And this junction, because it's kind of ugly and it's kind of like, I think it's going to be a bit of a major central junction, I am going to transform into a roundabout. Fantastic. Okay, and then we could even have another road coming off of it going that way and have this be a 5-lane roundabout, which is something that you do get in my city for sure. We have a few. Oh, hello, cool, look at this. So we got level 4 on our farm. So we've now got a slaughterhouse, large barn, farm maintenance building, and a clothing factory. Fantastic. All right, let's just pause on our development over there then. What's your problem? Not enough buyers for products? What do you mean? We've got so many animals. Okay, that's fine. We'll sort that out. So, righto. So we've got the Have we put in a milking parlor or a cattle shed? No, we haven't. We could probably put in some of those. And then we also unlocked the slaughterhouse. So we got like an abattoirs. So we could put maybe like a little section kind of over yonder, like have this be our crop production area. And then maybe down here we could have a little section with like milking parlor, cattle shed, and slaughterhouse. And have that kind of be an area where, yeah, the animals unfortunately come to be turned into food. So let us get a road coming down through there. And then let's see what we can sort of fit in here. So we got the cattle shed. Then we could have that next to the milking parlor. And then, ooh, the slaughterhouse is actually quite massive. So I definitely wouldn't mind. Does this need to be in the industry area? Yes, it does. Okay, well, I might go ahead and put that along this sort of more main road, like there. It's clipping just slightly, so we're just gonna shiftify that. Cool. Okay, and then we've put down a lot more processing buildings. I have a feeling that number one, there's definitely going to be enough buyers for our crop products, and number two, we're probably going to need some more production kind of buildings, as a guess. Cool, and then what we could do as well is in this little section here, we could just plop in some parking. I'm imagining that like the slaughterhouse, actually let's get rid of that road because it's getting in the way of the parking. The slaughterhouse would probably be a place where a lot of people actually come to work. In my hometown in the Adelaide Hills, there is a massive abattoir factory, and that place employs a lot of people for sure. And then what we could do is actually just put in a nice little path, just running down alongside those buildings, just to kind of delineate that area. That's nice. And then we can also come in and put in the farm fencing. Again, just to delineate those areas as more part of the farm. To kind of say, yeah, if you come in here, you do need to actually work for us. Okay, so that actually cost us a lot of money as well. Great. And now we're poor again. Fantastic. Oh, it looks like we've actually got a little bit of pollution here now. What is polluting? Does the milking parlor pollute? Or the cattle shed? Not sure. That's annoying because it's actually killing off a couple of our trees. Alright, we'll deal with that. Okay, so we've now got to get to 800 workers and we've got a potential of 766. So obviously putting in these buildings really upped the worker capacity of our farm, which is great, but we definitely want to allow for more people to come in and work for us. So let's go ahead and get a little bit more crop production happening, especially just because I think those buildings that we put in are going to need a lot more production, crop production to keep them running. So we'll put in another field there, which is lovely. And then of course, again, we come in with our tree line. Sheepies, you're too noisy. You keep zooming in and then zooming out just because they're so loud. And then let's get our fence. Just put that up and along and around. Lovely. Oh, that's actually not lovely. Let's just try that again. There we go, that's better. And then the other building we unlocked, I know we got the large barn, which we can't afford yet, but we also got the farm maintenance building. Awesome. So this is one that I would like to put in this area over here where we've got some space. We just don't have enough money for it right now. We are getting there though, for sure. And you can also see that expanding the farm and putting in these extra buildings has upped our residential demand again, so that is good. $31,000 for the farm the farm maintenance building. Geez, that's a bit steep, isn't it? My goodness. What do they got inside this maintenance building? Okay, well, we're almost there. Yes, beautiful. Right, so let's pop this guy in here. Like that. Cool. And then let's just put a couple more trees in this area. And then over here, we've just got this like really random little area. I might actually go ahead and put a large barn in there. Could be all right. Or we could just leave it just as some open space. Or we might come back in and detail that at a later date. We'll see how we go. Okay, so we've now got potential for 863 workers, so plenty to get to level 5, and we are well on our way. Fantastic. All right, so let's actually keep working now on our new kind of suburban area over here. We've also got this road that I would kind of like to have. Let's see, where are my road guidelines? Yeah, sort of curve into there. That's nice. Okay. Then let's go ahead and put in a more main road there. And then let's get maybe a nice, this road's nice. A nice suburban road coming up into here and across to there. Yeah, that's good. And then we can put a little footpath that sort of runs through the middle there. Make use of that space, and we will put a footpath just running up through there to connect that through. Lovely. And then I'm just going to go ahead and zone all that in. And we're going to need water pipes in here as well, obviously. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And then let's continue with our suburban road and maybe have a chute come down through here, all the way through, because why not? And then let's have maybe a connection through into there and a connection through into there, and then get our nice plain little road and have that kind of, maybe actually come up like so. And I am making the zoning squares smaller than they would be if I just sort of left it. Sorry, doggos are barking. Puppies! So we've got plenty of pedestrian connections, which is great. And we can kind of put that through, and then we also definitely need a little bit of local commercial over here, especially for the people who live all the way down here that otherwise would have to drive kind of up to our commercial centre, which we don't necessarily want them doing. So maybe actually let's just convert that block into a little block of commercial for people to go and buy some things that they need. Okay, so then in terms of our education, we've got plenty of capacity for high school and elementary school. We just don't necessarily have a great, I missed a spot, great coverage in this area, so we should definitely consider getting either a local school or a bus line running through. Hello, what's your issue? Not enough buyers for our animal products. Ooh, is that so? Okay, well in that case we need a bit of a storage situation going. So, do I have a warehouse actually over here? Okay, so that's producing flour. What do we have unlocked that will use our... Aha, we have a bakery that we could put in that will use our animal products and turn them into useful things. Brilliant. I like that. Okay, well we wouldn't want a bakery to be by the dump, which is there. We could potentially have a bakery on this street running through here. That might be nice. Or do we not want it on the main road? Let's maybe get a little bit of an area set up here for this bakery. Let's have that come all the way up to there. We are eventually going to be moving that dump. Eventually, when possible. So that would be good. Okay, and then let's just have... Yeah, no, that might work. Okay, so let's get the bakery to be on this road. And it does pollute slightly as well. Okay, that road there, brilliant. And then we're gonna need some storage for all of the products that this needs to function. So we have got a couple of custom storage assets that I have downloaded, which I really like. I think they look great. They're these kind of warehouse buildings. And I just think they look really, really nice in game. So let's actually put in one of those and chuck it over to there. We're going to make this one be animal products. And then we're going to have another one just next to it, which is for flour. Oops, that changed over to paper. Flour. And then this also needs crops. So we've got a barn over here for crops, but we could probably use another one that's closer. Or we could just put in a silo, but I don't really love that idea. Oh, and there's no water there. We can't actually afford to put in anything right now. For the crops, but that's okay. We will get there. Let's just have that go over to there. Just have that connect through. Fantastic. So it has already had a delivery of crops. Yeah, I reckon this barn over here will service this area just fine. Had a delivery of flour, and then we just need our animal products to get trucked over, and that'll be great. But yeah, you can see there's not enough buyers for our products whatsoever. So we will also maybe just put a little storage area over here where we can keep the animal products as a bit of a buffer before they get trucked away. So maybe let's just put that on that road there. And we'll make this animal products, and we'll put it on empty so that hopefully it doesn't fill up too much. Love that. Okay, let's continue that pipe all the way down there. Fantastic. Nice. All right, so our farm is ticking along. We've got a nice new little residential area springing up. Let us keep working. Okay, so we just unlocked Busy Town. Nice. Population of 4,400. We can now do oil industry. Oh boy. We got a bunch more policies we can enable. We got bigger headquarters for police and fire. We got some hospitals, an oil power plant, new parks. We got the disasters DLC things unlocked, which means we might be under attack from disasters in the near future, so we'll have to start thinking about that for sure. I was just actually coming through and upgrading some of these dirt roads like I said I would, because I didn't like them, and that actually has gotten rid of the tiny little path that I had through here, which I actually really want, so let's just put that back. But yeah, I think with a population of 4,400 people, we definitely don't want to be living in the dirt road ages anymore. So I'm just upgrading these ones, to just the standard road for this area. I think we'll be fine. And then out here, this is a bit more sort of out of the outskirts of the city. Let's maybe put in the suburban road. Nice. No more dirt roads for us. And I've just messed up the zoning slightly, I can see. We do not want you living there, sir. And something else you can actually do with roundabouts that I discovered, if you do want to get some more zoning around them, is you can put in some of these fences that came with Park Life. And these fences actually cut off the zoning, like so. So now, because I've cut off that zoning, it has made this into a big proper square. It's made all this into sort of big proper squares. And yeah, just makes it look a lot sort of neater and nicer. So that is something you can do. The only problem with it is I find those fences are just too tall. Just taller than is strictly necessary. So it's not something I tend to do a lot, but now I've put it on one corner, I need to put it around the rest of it. We could also potentially use this fence instead, but that's okay. I really would love if there was just a simple kind of zoning toggle in this game. I think that's something that we really need just to be able to delineate, so you know which roads are zonable, which roads are not, throughout the entire city. That would be a very good upgrade. I know there is a mod for it now, but it doesn't actually work with network extensions, which is a mod that I use quite a lot. So that's why I don't have that in my game. But I will probably put it in my game eventually for sure. All right, so just a little bit more zoning work that we're gonna do. Let's actually upgrade this road here to a double lane, because this is gonna be the major way in for a lot of this neighborhood in this area here. I'm just going to change that to a giveaway. Oh, and I just remembered I never set up that roundabout, so let's do that. There we go. Okay. Now, so we've now got no more warning messages about not enough buyers for our products. We are really close to the next level. We just need to actually produce more. You can see we've got the workers that we need, so it's just a waiting game at this point to get more more goods produced, which is very exciting. But yeah, we're gonna have a nice little kind of tight residential space just coming up in here to really increase our population. That's kind of what I am wanting in this area. Oh no, okay, so we seem to be struggling a little bit with our power situation. We have actually unlocked geothermal power plants now, which are probably my favorite power plants in the game. They just kind of do their thing and produce power for you, and produce quite a bit of it. So we might plop one of those in. It's not really that realistic to just be able to put a geothermal power plant just anywhere, but it's fine. I like it, so we're gonna go with it. We are so close. We are ticking away, getting up to our next level. You can see it just creeping up, creeping up, creeping up. We got heaps of workers in here. I've just been going around the city, just kind of extending our new residential area over here. I just popped in another police and fire station over here, just in this kind of weird little triangular area, because I thought that would be a cute place to put it, where they can easily get out and access all over this kind of neighborhood. But yeah, we are so super duper close. And I've just noticed as well that our services are starting to break down just slightly with the water as well. We just had our power network kind of start to break down, so I had a feeling that this was going to happen with our water network as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in another kind of temporary water treatment plant over here, or maybe even two. Nah, that's probably overkill. And then in terms of our long-term water availability, we do kind of need to work out somewhere where we are going to pump water from. I haven't really thought about it too much yet. There is a lot of water on this map. It's mostly coming from these, crazy mountains with water in the top. But yeah, I'm not sure about a long-term solution for water production just yet. I guess for now we could pump from over here in the corner, kind of near this farm area. just out of the way where people are hopefully not going to mine too much. And then we can connect this up to our pipe network. Might have it just go in along there and up to there. And now we should have plenty of water availability. That pump is ridiculously high up. Can I just like sink that down a little bit? It's just because this bank is so high up. It just looks a little strange. And then I like the idea that the pumps and things like that would probably really need a service road just to be able to kind of access them for maintenance and that kind of thing. So I do usually try to put a bit of a service road to any kind of pumping area that we have in the town, just because it adds to the realism in my opinion. All right, let's see how we're doing. So super close. We're under 1,000 units away to get to the next level. So let's just sit here a minute and wait for that to happen. Oh, also something I just realized I forgot to do with this bakery over here. You can see we've got everything stored in close proximity to supply the bakery, but we haven't actually got anywhere to store the output. If it's exporting things immediately, it doesn't really matter, but I think it's always good to have a bit of a buffer for storage of like things that we're producing. So I'm going to pop in a warehouse. I'm going to store unique factory products. This is another custom asset I got off of the workshop, which I really like. Just a really nice little warehousey looking building. So yeah, I'm going to pop that in. And then the other thing I didn't actually put in over here was extra car parking, which I always put in. So let's just pop an extra car park in that area for people who work in the bakery and this kind of general area. And there we go, we got Autumn Farmland up to level 5, we got more efficiency, less pollution, we've unlocked large grain silos, animal pastures, crop fields, etc. and a food factory. So this factory, let's have a look at it, see what it needs. Oh, that's the lemonade factory. So this one actually needs animal products and flour, but it also needs, by the looks of it, paper and potentially plastics as well. Paper and plastics as well. So those are two things that we are not producing yet because we do not have those industries established just yet, but it definitely we are doing really well over here with our farm. It is now, level 5, which is awesome. And I'll just show you quickly the size of the crop fields and animal pastures that we just unlocked. So they are pretty massive. This is the large animal pasture here. And then these are the large crop fields. So I love these things. I think they're awesome. They're just so big. And we can really extend our farming operation quite a lot with these. So we might just chuck in like 1 or 2 just for funsies. Oh, I don't want them to be greenhouses though. Let's put them in as maybe... probably more cotton. That's mainly what we produce on this farm. So yeah, you can see how just completely enormous these crop fields are. So that is going to definitely take care of any, sort of future crop production for a long time. We will eventually, of course, need to put in more. Probably like in the future we'll need to put in a whole nother kind of farming area as a guess, because a lot of the factories, the unique factories in the game require farming products, and this guy will produce a lot, but it might not produce everything that we need. We might need to eventually put in like a second bakery or something like that. You never know. So let's just go ahead and finish off detailing this kind of area. I'm just going to extend our farm fencing all the way around it. I just like to do it. It just makes me happy. Fences are important. There we go. Beautiful. And then we've pretty much maxed out the area that we actually need for the farm, which is great. So you can see that my original zone idea was probably a little more generous that we needed, but definitely plenty big enough as well. Alright guys, well that might be where we call it an episode for today. I'm very happy with the progress that we've made so far on the farm. I will remind you as well that we've actually done a lot of unlocks. We've done Little Hamlet, Worthy Village, Tiny Town, Boom Town, and Busy Town. And we haven't even unlocked like any other areas around the first square yet. So we can definitely consider doing that. We could potentially like, I just realized that's like a very harsh border there. But yeah, we could potentially unlock another area when we do need to extend our town. But right now we're doing pretty well just like filling in this area and getting it established. So yeah, very exciting things. In the next episode, we might actually unlock a few squares. We might head over in this direction and get a massive ore operation established sort of in this area here, because I'm pretty sure over there is a lot of ore. So we've got heaps here, we've got heaps here. Ore is everywhere on this map. It's quite fantastic. And then eventually I would like us to have like a massive kind of population center over here, and then another big old population center over here. In terms of the main downtown area, I'm still thinking that area over there would be quite nice. So yeah, if we just sort of work our way over in this direction, I think that'll be really good for us. But that's all we really have time for today. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely leave a thumbs up on the video if you did. Hit subscribe if you're new. I am going to be uploading City Skylines once a week on Wednesdays. Again, apologies for the lateness of this episode. Just a big day yesterday. But yeah, we should be back on track next week, and I would really love to see you in the comments as well. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.